Hello there. I've just been having a look at the new study module that CIPS is just about to launch at Level 6. This is the Environmental, Social and Governance Principles study module, L6M11, which is going to be launched in 2026. Now, I've had a sneak preview of the content and I'm going to share with you a little bit of an insight about what you can expect and just give you a flavour of what might come up in the exams. Now, as you know, at Level 6, the OR modules are electives. This is an elective module. It means there's 6 credits and you can choose whether you wish to take this as part of your CIPS Level 6 exams or not. You might want to choose one of the other modules. But this is fresh off the press, and so it's current and it's modern, and I think you might like it. So like all of the CIPS Level 6 OR modules, there's going to be 60 questions. There are 3 learning outcomes in this module, and so you can expect an equal spread of those questions across the syllabus. Now, it's all about environmental, social and governance principles and the criteria within that. Now, you do obviously study that in passing in quite a few of the study modules throughout Level 4 and 5 when you get finally here to Level 6. But here we have a deep dive. So I'll take you through some of the learning content. Just like any of the other CIPS Level 6 exams, you can expect a 70% pass mark, so you have to get 42 out of the 60 questions correct in order to achieve your pass. So let's now work through each of the 3 learning outcomes. The first one is all about developing an environmental, social and governance culture within an organisation and what that impact is on procurement. So you can imagine this learning outcome is going to heavily focus on the organisation and its culture and how ESG can be embedded within that culture and socialised. So it includes elements, for example, about employee upskilling and training and how behaviours can be changed towards the environment, society and governance. And then right at the end of Learning Outcome 1, there's a really interesting section, Learning Outcome 1.3, about how leaders can promote equalities, diversity and inclusion within an organisation. Now, this is the first time CIPS has dedicated a whole of a part of Learning Outcome to equalities, diversity and inclusion. So it's a big step forward for CIPS. It's a recognition of the importance of the area and how it impacts upon our organisations, the procurement profession and the supply chain. So that is obviously to be applauded. Now, the second learning outcome is all about tools and techniques in the supply chain to address ESG challenges. Now, it deals with a whole number of things. For example, how we can engage with stakeholders in the reputation management of our organisation in the area of ESG. It also talks about reporting metrics and how we can develop transparency in the supply chain against different environmental, social and governance criteria. It talks about sourcing strategies and post-contract management and how we can develop and enhance our delivery on contracts in the areas of ESG. And then finally, there's a section all about risk management and risk mitigation strategies in the areas of ESG. So that's really important in terms of practical application of ESG to our world in procurement and supply. The third and final learning outcome, so you could typically expect 20 questions on this last learning outcome. It's absolutely a fascinating one, and it becomes more and more detailed and practical. It's all about the application of environmental, social and governance principles to procurement strategy. So obviously we're talking here about Level 6, we're talking about leadership, we're talking about strategy, and it's all about the integration of ESG goals into wider procurement strategies, in particular around our technical and our commercial criteria. It looks at collaboration with partners. So from a procurement point of view, obviously we're thinking about stakeholders, but we're very much thinking about the supply chain and the supply network. There's a section about innovation in the area of environmental, social and governance, and how we can drive continuous improvement with supply chains. And then finally, towards the end, for the first time within anywhere of the CIPS syllabus, Scope 3 emissions finally get a mention. And so you've got a section on Scope 3 emissions, how they can be measured, and then right at the end of Learning Outcome 3, a section around social value. And if you work in the public sector, particularly here in the UK, you'll be thinking, well, at last, social value has been around for nearly a decade, and at last CIPS has introduced social value into its syllabus. So what can we conclude? I think this module is a fantastic addition to the suite of study modules that we have within the CIPS qualifications. If you're about to study level 6, then just remember this module, it doesn't come on stream until 2026. The first exam is going to be March 26. And if CIPS is anything to go by, then sometimes the introduction of something new requires a little bit of bedding down. So expect the first 1 or 2 exams just to be finding their feet in terms of the assessment criteria that they test and the questions that they set to you. But we will certainly be teaching this at Cordie. Our students are looking forward to the addition of this module. If you'd like to find out a little bit more, either about ESG or about any other aspect of procurement, please look at our other clips on the Cordie YouTube channel. I hope you'll like and subscribe to this. And I wish you the very best of luck with your CIPS exams. And thanks for watching.